Hyundai Motor Group, the world's fifth largest automotive group, is slated to begin construction of its new headquarters, dubbed the Global Business Center in southern Seoul, in the first half of this year, with the government moving to clear regulatory hurdles for the project that had hit a snag for years. Back in 2016, the car maker announced it would develop a 105-story tower to be called the Hyundai Global Business Center, designed by Chicago architect Skidmore, Owings and Merrill. The 569-meter tower, which would have been one of the tallest buildings in South Korean capital, was earmarked for a site in the fashionable Gangnam district that Hyundai had bought from the Korea Electrical Power Corp in 2014 for $9.6 billion. As well as offices, it was to have housed a hotel, convention center, and a 2-story rooftop observation deck. It was to have been accompanied by 5 smaller buildings, a 40-story hotel and office tower, and 8-story buildings for sales facilities, a 7-story building reserved for performance, and a pair of 3-floor exhibition and convention centers. This project ran into objections from the South Korean Air Force and a neighboring temple, which would have been in the tower's shadow. The company is now said by industry sources to be considering 3 buildings connected by a walkway with a futuristic docking station for air taxis. Once the revised decision is completed, Hyundai's family units will review it and the design will be submitted to the Seoul Metropolitan Government for approval. Hyundai is also reported to be looking for a development partner to share the cost of the project. If construction takes place as expected, the 105-story high-rise will be completed in 2023, serving as the new headquarters for 15 Hyundai affiliates and roughly 10,000 employees. Hyundai's 569-meter building would also become the tallest skyscraper in Korea, taller than 555-meter Lotte World Tower. The mega project was initially scheduled to start construction in December 2016, but it had been put off 3 times by the advisory board that oversees metropolitan area planning, citing concerns of national safety in air-to-air combat and the housing bubble, among others. Hyundai Motor Group purchased some 80,000 square meters of land from Korea Electric Power Corp in 2014 for a higher than expected price of 10.5 trillion won. Hyundai Motor Group is considering a major change in plans to build a $3.4 billion global headquarters in Seoul, according to reports in the South Korean press. The Hyundai Motor Group will also build a sunken square connecting the complex to the underground of Yeongdong Bridge, public open space, and public pedestrian passes. the group said in the draft. Hyundai Motor Co. is at a crossroads over the construction of its $3.4 billion global business center, deliberating on whether to downsize the 105-story building to increase investment in future mobility or to carry on with its plan to build the tallest skyscraper in South Korea. Safety-related issues are more critical for skyscrapers with over 100 floors and about 1.5 times more expensive than constructing two 50-story buildings, said a construction industry official. The official explained that it will reduce time and cost while improving space efficiency if the automaker opts to forego a super high-rise building. Hyundai Motors' plan to build a super tall skyscraper was initially unwelcomed, with the share price plunging 9.18% on September 18, 2014, following the announcement that the group had won the tender. Investors rushed to dump their shares, and analysts questioned why an automaker would invest so much in real estate. Hyundai Motors' share price dipped below 200,000 won for the first time in 16 months. Also, the country's Ministry of Defense expressed concerns that placing a 569-meter tall building in Yeongdong may impede military operations, a matter settled by Hyundai Motor when it offered to buy new radars. Such factors have added weight to the argument that the building height should be adjusted, as it would have saved hundreds of millions of dollars that would go into purchasing new radars. Also, some of the hefty construction cost could be reinvested into the future mobility, deemed a growth driver by the automaker. Over the past few years, new industries have been emerged for global automakers to invest in, such as electric vehicles, self-driving cars, and urban air mobility, said an auto industry official. Even foreign competitors are trimming costs in other areas to invest in future mobility, the official added. Hyundai Motor is no exception, as it has been investing billions of dollars in the future technology. In 2019, the Korean automaker joined forces with US-based mobility solution provider Aptiv, investing $2 billion each in the joint venture Motional to boost their position in the global autonomous driving ecosystem. The company is also considering acquiring US-based robotics company Boston Dynamics in a deal worth as much as $1 billion to further increase its footing in future mobility. Alongside the emergence of fresh growth drivers, business conditions for the Korean automaker have worsened compared to 2016, when the skyscraper was initially designed. Given the financial constraints, adjusting the skyscraper's height may appease foreign shareholders concerned about excessive construction costs. Between 2018 and 2019, US-based activist fund Elliott Management Corp. was entangled in the proxy battle against Hyundai Motor, insisting that investing in the global business center will hurt shareholders. Others say that it may be difficult to overhaul plans that have been confirmed and are already in the works. Still, market watchers says that Hyundai Motor will consider changing the skyscraper design, and the securities industry predicts that the company will reduce its construction cost and use the money to invest in new businesses. Chairman Jong tends to prioritize practicality over upholding a cause, and he is likely to review all the possibilities, including making changes to the global business center, said an industry source. On December 4, Hyundai Motor closed at 196,500 won and reached an intraday high of 199,000 won for the first time in 5 years. In second quarter, the company posted an operating profit of 519.3 billion won, $493 million, which is about 84.9% higher than the local brokerage estimated consensus of 319.2 billion won. Although the company swung to a net loss in the third quarter, it was still considered favorable as it reflected the 2.1 trillion won, $1.9 billion in provisional expenses related to defective engines. Thanks for watching this video till the end.